What's up, guys? We just had an awesome business boost meeting with Mr. Maxfield. He's a seller health specialist. It was actually pretty amazing. I didn't know how much value we would get out of the business boost, but we picked up some pretty good key points, and we just wanted to do a little post business boost because they did it on our store.
I just want to say before we get into that this was my favorite part about eBay Open. This right here. I think we've gleaned so much information. You're a really cool guy.
Thank you.
And there's nothing better than getting the information directly from eBay about changing things to do with your eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the top 3 suggestions you would say a seller should implement to boost their sales? I know you said the SEO for the title.
Yes, so SEO for the title, definitely. You want to make sure that your titles are optimized. I really recommend doing the brand, followed by gender and then descriptive words of the item. Marketing tools are so imperative, and a lot of people don't use them. They don't know that they're there. So I really recommend using those. We have promoted listings, which are really great, where you can show up in search results as a sponsored listing. But in tandem with that is setting up promotions like discounts on products or free shipping discounts if they spend a certain amount, just kind of like a retail store, which gets people to buy more items.
Yeah.
Coupon codes was a huge one for me.
Yes, codeless coupons.
Codeless coupons. We didn't even realize that.
We didn't know about that.
Yes.
Which is crazy. So we do a lot of promoted listings, but having that coupon where we could be like, use this coupon code and get 10% off your order, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. So if you build that relationship with a buyer and you want them coming back, what a great way to do that.
Yes.
Just giving them a coupon code to get something later. The other thing is photos. Photos are so important. Just invest a little bit of money. You can find them on eBay, which is fantastic. You can get those light boxes and just a photo studio. Just look for it on eBay. They're really amazing, really up to your game. You want to make sure that your backgrounds are white and that they're just very clear, high-res images. It's so important because it really distinguishes between this is coming from a professional business or this is coming from someone's home.
Right.
So,
But key for Google was the white background.
Yes,
that actually does make a difference. People have argued with us that it doesn't, but now they know it does make a difference.
Yes.
But I do want to go back and touch on the titles because now special characters, did we mention? Don't use special characters. I didn't know that. So an apostrophe is a special character.
Yeah.
Don't waste your energy on special characters and little pictures.
Yep.
You said don't
Like
put
emojis?
Yeah, emojis.
Don't put emojis in your titles.
So instead
Don't
of
do
doing
it.
men's t-shirts with an apostrophe, just do men's without the apostrophe, right?
Yep.
And don't do all caps.
Yes,
Oh, no.
absolutely
Huge
not.
deal.
Yeah, I know you want to make it stick out and seem flashy, but it just hurts you in search results. So unless the special character is necessary, like in a model name or number or in a brand name, I wouldn't use it. So it'll definitely help you out.
And then what about the descriptions and item specifics? You were saying
Yes.
do a concise description and make sure you put all your item specifics in there?
Yes. Okay. So newer sellers, this will be a lot easier for you. When you're creating your listings, you want very small descriptions and you want to use those item specifics. So let's say you're a fashion seller and it's the measurements of the garment. You want to take the time to make those item specifics that have all of those things captured. Sellers that are seasoned, this might be a little bit more difficult for you. You're going to have those descriptions that you took so much time making, and thank you. And in the days of yore, definitely that was the way to go. But to help promote you and to be better searched on eBay when it comes to someone searching for, let's say, a shirt and then wanting to get into the specifics on the side, you need to have as many item specifics as possible. And on mobile, that's where people really see everything because they have to click into your description. And a lot of people don't do that, right?
Absolutely.
I see something I want and I buy it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah. And I mean, especially when you're looking up a shirt, you're always looking by sleeve length. And if you don't put the sleeve length in there, oh my gosh, no one's going to find the shirt that they want.
So even the measurements of the item specifics rather than description.
Yep. As much as you can put in item specifics, the better.
That's awesome.
Tell a story about your product, make it something that's easily searchable and viewable, so that people get exactly what they want. So satisfaction, less returns, more sales for you.
And did we touch on the amount of photos?
I don't think we
didn't.
said that.
I don't think we mentioned it.
There's a sweet spot, you guys. It's 4 to 6 photos at least, high quality photos. Definitely, if you can do more, do it. The more the better. But when it comes down to it, please at least have 4 to 6 photos just so that you can have that optimization in search.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then we touched a little bit as well on doing returns. I know I told you we've looked at people's stores where they have no returns on, which is a no-no. You definitely want returns, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to build trust, right? So put yourself in the buyer's position, right? I love video games and I like classic video games. Let's say I want a Game Boy Advance like Pikachu, right? And I want it brand
want
new.
that.
Yeah, of course, right? And I want it sealed and the whole thing, but the seller doesn't accept returns. Am I really going to invest the money into that product when I don't necessarily have faith that the seller has faith in their product? Probably not.
Right.
So you want to build up that trust with your buyers and just with the community and accept returns.
Cool.
Definitely.
And then there is a little bit of a boost, you said, in search between 30-day and 60-day returns.
30-day and 60-day, but even bigger right now is free returns.
Okay.
So, and there's a lot of information on that if you go onto the eBay website and look at the spring seller release and summer release on free returns. It's just an industry standard. It's where things are heading. It actually boosts your sales more than your return rate. So, and it builds that buyer confidence, and that's what we're really aiming at.
We can actually attest to that too, because when we started switching our stuff from buyer pays return to free seller returns, not only did we notice a huge increase in sales, we started monitoring our actual return rates, and it was pretty much the same as it was before we put in free returns. So our sales increased, but our returns stayed the same.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even want to be bothered by returning an item, but just knowing that they have the opportunity to return the item does build that confidence buying the item from you.
And let's be honest, when you're filtering for a product online, I'm always going to select the things that make it easiest for me, right? So when I go to advanced search on any platform, but especially eBay, I'm going to look for things that have exactly what I want. So it could be the location that it's in. It could be the guaranteed delivery, like within 3 days, just hitting that sliding toggle. It could be things like accepting returns or free returns, because I want what I want, and that's it. I want it to be easy.
And then we also asked you throughout because you've seen a lot of seller stores throughout this conference, did you notice any like 2 major mistakes that sellers were making?
Yeah, I mean, the first mistake is this. So you jump into eBay, right? You get super excited. You have some products that maybe you have around the house that you're selling, and you have a good, successful experience with that. And so you just stick with that category. The problem is there's so much money to be made all across eBay and all of the different categories, right? So I'll talk to a seller that maybe has sold on eBay for many years, and they sell a specific type of garment because they know everything about that, and that's it. And unfortunately, you know, they're missing out on a lot of sales because you can diversify and penetrate new markets and make a lot more money. So stay open-minded and looking at current trends. Look at social media influencers, Instagram, so on and so forth, to see what products are hot, where you can get it for a reduced price so that you have a big margin. I think it's super important to stay competitive. Don't just get stuck in your ways of, I only sell this. Even though you might be an expert in that, I think it's a disservice to you.
Right, like VHS tapes. Not that many people are buying VHS tapes anymore, so maybe don't sell VHS tapes as
Except
your
for
main source of income?
Those brand new sealed ones still sell well for us.
Yeah, those ones,
But like the old Disney ones, they really don't sell very well.
Or like Precious Moments, little figurines. You know, those aren't being collected right now. Like Funko Pops are being collected. So if you want to sell figurines, maybe move into something more modern, more trendy.
Yeah,
I
stay
got
on
it.
trend.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
stay on trend.
Cool. Yes. Staying up to date on changes, you definitely want to take a look at the spring release and the summer release that are available on eBay. You can Google them. They're available on the site themselves. They are fantastic. It talks about all of our changes, and there's actually a link at the bottom of the spring release that if you click it, it shows a calendar, and I showed these two. It breaks down month by month, every single change, so nothing is a surprise. So that way you are ahead of the game and you're able to make those sales and things don't impact you. Free returns were mentioned on there. When guaranteed delivery was announced, all of that was mentioned on there months and months in advance to give people time to plan. So get ahead of the game, stay on top of that thing, be proactive rather than reactive, and I assure you,
proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah, I assure you, you're going to have a really great experience in e-commerce, and it's just going to go a lot smoother rather than waking up one day and going, everything's changed. How do I adapt?
Yeah, and we didn't even know that you could click on that link at the bottom and see a calendar, literally with everything on it.
The more you know.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Knowledge is power, and power is money.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. The Business Boost thing was awesome. I think that just this interaction was well worth coming to eBay Open. Seriously.
Yeah,
that Business
100%.
Boost, we picked up a couple awesome things, and I hope that this really helped you guys out as well. So.
And we're going to make our money back just in the knowledge that we've gleaned, you know, and the changes that we're going to make from what we've spent on the trip.
So thank you so much.
Absolutely, and I wish you guys success with your sales.
It
was such a pleasure to look at your business. You guys are rad. And to all of your followers and viewers, hop on eBay, fill your cart with color, and let's make some money.
Sweet. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.